Alright, welcome back everybody. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. So I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're having a great day. In this video, I wanted to just put together a brief recap of the IOHK January 2021 product update. It was a jam-packed product update, so many cool things that they showcased. So I just wanted to show off a little bit of what was presented, give you guys some of my thoughts, and let you all know what I think about what we can anticipate going forward. So to get things started, we were able to get an idea of what we saw with the Plutus Playground. So this was just released as far as the update for it. Taking a look at some of the features and benefits, we saw Vukasin give us a high-level overview, essentially of some of the features. Some of the most notable features are that the Plutus Playground is a web-based application, so you don't necessarily have to download anything. This is straight through your web browser. Others are going to be that it features demo tutorials, simulations of contracts. So essentially this is for anybody who's interested in building smart contracts using the Plutus programming language. Right now they are making it available so that users are able to come in and start to test some of the functionality of the playground. It is intended that if you do have experience with Plutus, that you're able to provide feedback so that they can work out the kinks to make this ready for a Goguen mainnet launch. Also, as far as features, you have the ability to modify actors and actions. And you're also able to save your progress and submit the work to GitHub. So lots of cool things there with the Plutus Playground. Essentially with the rollout, they had the initial release all the way back in December of 2018. Since then, several improvements have been made for the IOHK Summit back in 2019. That's where they had their beta. Currently, we are sitting at the refresh, and beyond what we can look forward to moving forward, they're essentially going to make it production ready. So ready for developers to start writing these smart contracts using Plutus. Another thing that Vukasin showed us was the ERC20 Converter. He showed us this demonstration. Let's go ahead and take a look at that demonstration by Vukasin.
So I'm just going to showcase you some of the basic functionality that you'll be able to access on the testnet. So the first thing that I need to do is, of course, connect my MetaMask account. And then what I want to do is convert some DAI from the Ethereum network to the Cardano. Now, I already have 10 cents of DAI converted, but I want to convert $10 more. This is going to be the address that the funds are going to be sent to. The address is something that I set up on the first authentication, the same as MetaMask. So I can trigger a convert now. I need to sign the transaction. And as soon as the transaction is confirmed on the network, I'm just going to see, basically 10 DAI and 10 cents here. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. And here you go. Now, the next thing I want to do is create a token. Now I can choose like a symbol of a token, for example, HV and hello world. Then I can mint 1,000 tokens, and those 1,000 tokens are going to be sent to this address, and this monetary policy is going to be used. As I mentioned earlier, this monetary policy is predefined, and this monetary policy is currently controlled by us because this is necessary for this version of the token builder. In the future, you'll be able to change the monetary policy, but we'll also allow you to basically build the monetary policy through a UI so that you don't need to write code in order to mint tokens. I'm now going to create this token, and I'm going to see hello world tokens here. I can mint more tokens, for example 1,000 more, and you can see that I have 2,000 HV tokens here. So basically that's about it. I'm hoping that you're gonna like the testnet version, and see you soon. Bye.
Really cool to see how the UI looks for this ERC20 converter, being able to mint your own native assets on Cardano and even port them over from the Ethereum blockchain. Really cool. I think that it's a game-changing development for Cardano. So taking a look at this timeline for native tokens, when can we expect these native assets on Cardano? What we're anticipating with the upcoming Merry Hard Fork Combinator event, it's looking like the Merry Hard Fork target is for the end of February. So the rollout for native assets is going to be coming with the Merry Hard Fork Combinator event. We had Dr. Kevin Hammond give us an idea of what we can expect with that Hard Fork Combinator.
So Kevin, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on the show. We have another Hard Fork Combinator event coming up, another Cardano upgrade. What can we look forward to this time?
Yeah, well, it's all getting very fun over here, Tim. So we're in the process of rolling out one hard fork after another. And the Allegra hard fork, I think we said before, this was very, very boring in the sense that nothing bad happened, which is exactly what you want for a hard fork. So we introduced new features, everything worked, everything kept working, the stake pools kept producing blocks, and things progressed as normal. So fundamentally, what it's all about is introducing native tokens into the Cardano world. We're calling these multi-asset tokens, and the idea is that in addition to being able to deal with Cardano, which is the administrative token, it's the token that has external value, what we'll be able to do is to allow users to create and to distribute and to trade their own dedicated token types. So, for example, you could have a TIM token that you could mint a number of. You could distribute these to various Cardano users. They can trade them on. And then when the time comes, people can trade in their TIM tokens, and in return, they get a nice photograph of you.
Yes, I'm glad you're not working on the marketing propositions, Kevin, but I like the
Yeah,
sound
sure. I'm just a technical guy, Tim, and I'm trying to sell this to you. Right?
Native tokens, the way that we're handling those on Cardano is quite different, isn't it? I mean, the ADA token and the non-ADA token is effectively going to be treated as the same class of citizen. Is that right?
They're effectively the same class of citizen, except, of course, that ADA is primus inter pares. It's the first amongst many tokens. You will still need to pay for the cost of transactions using ADA. So all of the administrative operations that are performed on the network, these will be costed up in ADA. So you will, whenever you send native tokens around, there's always going to have to be some ADA going along with it to pay for the cost of the transaction, to pay for the cost of maintaining the storage that's associated with the native tokens, etc.
Taking a look at some of the developments by IOHK on Daedalus. Daedalus has come a long way in terms of development, and what we saw recently was a survey that was put out by IOHK, and 3 focus groups were able to participate. So namely, we had the stake pool operator community, we had the overall ADA community, like token holders of ADA, and then you also had the IOHK community, so people who are very technically driven and focus on details for Daedalus and the user experience. What we saw with this survey was just a summary of recommendations, essentially must-haves for Daedalus. Definitely improving the delegation experience and reimagining the ranking system. I think this was very prominent, especially with members of the SPO community, in how the ranking system works within Daedalus. Some things that we would like to see and want to have are an improved SPO experience, like a delegator chat, some type of communication channel within Daedalus that would allow for stake pool operators to communicate directly with delegators. Another would be a password lock. That was highly requested, being able to type in a password in order to access Daedalus first instead of just opening up automatically as soon as you open the application. So that's a big one. Another is going to be the ADA to fiat price, so seeing the live trading price for Cardano ADA. A mobile version of Daedalus, which would be really interesting. I'm not sure how it would work exactly because Daedalus has a full copy of the blockchain. I think that would be very data heavy for a lot of mobile devices, but if they implement some type of light client, I think it would be very interesting to see that. Some of the things that would have been nice to have are a multi-currency wallet. So with native tokens being talked about with Cardano in terms of the Merry Hard Fork Combinator event, and with a Goguen release being able to support multi-assets and native assets on Cardano, multi-currencies within Daedalus is something that they're definitely looking into. Another is a user-definable blockchain disk storage location, being able to change which directory the blockchain is stored in. Something that's a little bit more technical, but still it's very nice that they are thinking about that. And the other is going to be an improved news feed and some multilingual versions. Cardano community is such a diverse group of people having multiple languages for Daedalus. Really cool to see the amount of feedback that IOHK received with this survey. Looking forward to see how they're able to implement these features. Moving forward, they got a chance to speak with Sebastian and Nicholas about the progress being made for Uroy. So Uroy is a light client wallet made for desktop, iOS, and Android. They have a mobile version as well as a desktop application version. Essentially, as far as the update, they talked about the progress that was made for Uroy. They also talked about some of the libraries and some tooling that's been made available for further development of their platform, and also some research and other key topics. So let's go ahead and take a look at the progress that has been made from Emergo.
So this wallet is available on two major platforms, that's to say on mobile through Android and iOS, and also in your browser as a browser extension, which is available in Firefox, Chrome, and Edge. Active users across all our platforms. So there's a lot of people actively using Uroy and coming with us for our journey every step of the way. And we want to thank everybody who's using Uroy and giving us all the feedback. So what have we done in the past year that has made Uroy so successful? So for the Uroy extension, we really spent 2020 focusing on removing as many limitations as possible to really unleash the full capabilities of the Uroy wallet. So 1 year ago, we only supported one wallet per install. And this is because when we released Uroy, we wanted to have the simplest possible product to see if people would be interested in a light wallet. And people were. And so we expanded to have multiple wallets per install. So you can manage multiple recovery phrases all from the same Uroy extension. Similarly, we used to support only one cryptocurrency. Now we support two. We support Cardano and Ergo. We do it on purpose to support only a small number of cryptocurrencies because there's many wallets out there that support hundreds of cryptocurrencies, and usually their integration is very shallow and very meaningless. You can only send and receive, and that's it. And we want to support a small number of cryptocurrencies, but really have deep support for them and support the full functionality of that cryptocurrency. That's why we only have two, but having two is a big milestone for us, and I think it'll benefit all Uroy users.
So really bringing in the features for Uroy now that we're going to see a whole bunch of different assets that are made available on the Cardano blockchain.
So for Uroy Mobile, we've also been doing work. The main thing we did was we rewrote the way the whole system worked for how Cardano was supported. So the problem with the mobile-based system is that you need a mobile SDK. And historically, we didn't have a mobile SDK for Cardano. So we had to handwrite a bunch of really ugly code to get it all working for the first version of Uroy. But as of last year, we rewrote the whole system to a new system called Cardano Serialization Lib, which is a library we wrote at Emergo. And this is a full SDK for Cardano written in Rust. And it makes it not only so much easier for us to maintain Uroy Mobile, but also this SDK is now being used by many exchanges and many other wallets, including other mobile wallets. And so it's great that all the work we put in to have a great SDK for Cardano that also supports mobile browsers is being used, not only by us, but by so many other companies as well. Also, Uroy Mobile also supports delegation now. And so you can delegate on the go on your Uroy Mobile. And we still only support one kind of wallet registration, but now we support Ledger wallets also. We support both Nano S on Android and then X on both iOS and Android.
So there is a specific tooling created by Coinbase called Rosetta, which allows two exchanges to be able to use standardized ways to connect to different blockchains. And one of the libraries that is powering this is the Cardano serialization library made by Emergo.
Also metadata in regards to research high-level design patterns in the extended UTXO model, unlocking the potential of the UTXO model, as well as oracles. So lots of effort being put by the Emergo team. A very interesting update by Sebastian and Nicholas. Next, we saw an update on Project Catalyst from Dor Gabash. So let's go ahead and take a look at this update, and then we'll also take a look at some of the winning proposers of Fund 2 on Project Catalyst.
I'm just going to highlight a few ones. Well, the biggest one is the amount of funding. We had $250,000 worth of ADA for Fund 2, and now it's $500,000 worth of ADA for Fund 3. Secondly, we had in Fund 2, we had just one challenge. Okay, it was all about encouraging devs and entrepreneurs to join the ecosystem. This time around in Fund 3, we are having three different challenges. One about creating dApps. The second is about basically building the developer ecosystem, so both like tooling and marketing. And the third challenge is a really special one, which is basically, it's about the community defining for themselves what new challenges they want to see in Fund 5. Really, really important stuff. Like Fund 3 is going to be very critical, really a major experiment in our roadmap.
Awesome. Dor, thank you so much. And for everybody watching out there, remember, go over to IdeaScale, find Project Catalyst, get involved. If you're an ADA holder, if you just have a great idea, get involved. It is worth it. All right. Thank you so much, Dor.
Thank you.
Hey Cardano community, my name is Dwayne Cameron. I'm the founder of the Liquid Protocol, and I'm joined with Florian Valery, who's our Chief Product Lead. First, I want to start this video by saying thank you to the entire community for voting us into the Fund 2 cohort. We're really excited to be a part of the first decentralized funding wave on Cardano. Right now, we're looking at the initial wireframes for the Liquid Protocol, the decentralized money market system that we're building on top of Cardano. As we can see, as you go through the website and the in-app view, users will be able to supply and earn interest on their deposits or borrow against their supply using it as collateral within our system. Now I want to hand it over to our Chief Product Lead, Florian.
And actually, we want to take the best of what is already existing on the DeFi in Ethereum, put it in the EVM machine, and then improve it with our own features.
We are Maria,
Shweta,
Keith.
We are part of Lovelace Academy.
At Lovelace Academy, we aim to attract, inspire, and educate the builders and visionaries to build on top of Cardano's game-changing smart contracts and native assets platform.
Apart from that, we will also target countries with huge potential like India and Brazil, and will inspire developers from developing nations to build on Cardano.
We are dreamers, and we are trying to make something very smart here to bring more people to our ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Hello, we are the RENA user group, sponsored by GLBB Japan. And I'm standing right out in front of GLBB Japan currently. Our Ouroboros over RENA project was funded by Catalyst Fund 2. Ouroboros over RENA will deploy a stake pool and relay node at 2 data centers in Tokyo. This is deployed on the proof of concept using the R-Lite stack. We're going to work to provide a native RENA solution in the future to help provide scalability for the Cardano blockchain. And I just really want to say thank you, Cardano community, for this opportunity.
Hello, everyone. My name is Damian Ostrolic, and my project Catalyst proposal is called Haskell, Plutus, and Marlov Education. The goal of the project is to create educational content for these 3 languages that will help newcomers to Cardano start their journey as smart contract developers. Hopefully, this will encourage and help drive the adoption of Cardano. I would like to thank everyone who voted and showed support for this project. Thank you very much.
Hi, Cardano community. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting our project. I am Julie.
I'm James.
And I'm Roberto.
And we're Gimbal Labs, and our proposal is called Cardano Starter Kits and APIs. Our vision is a world where as many people as possible are empowered to solve problems using the Cardano platform.
Our mission is to mobilize everyone in the Cardano community by creating tools and real-world use cases that ignite the public imagination and facilitate adoption. We're focused on publishing Cardano starter kits and deploying free, open source APIs, as well as creating a valuable network of collaborators.
With the project Catalyst Funds, we are building foundations by creating systems for achieving these goals. We look forward to sharing more soon.
I'm Daniel from Cardano for Mobile Developers. Cardano for Mobile Developers is an initiative from Tesseract. Tesseract is our company that is focused on solving blockchain usability issues. And we are so glad and so grateful to receive this grant, which allows us to focus on Cardano's specific usability issues. And we want to start with mobile. What this grant allows us to do now is to lay down the very foundation for all our work on top of in Cardano, which is the SDK for Swift, which basically allows the Cardano developers to create native decentralized applications and native wallets using native development tools from Apple for iOS. We have so much more stuff on top of that we want to add to Cardano that will solve more of the usability issues of blockchain. And I would love to tell more about this, but I guess not this time, a bit later. And thank you, everyone.
Amazing to see how the community is coming together to start building value on Cardano with Project Catalyst. Next, we saw an update from Mark Griffin and Dinal Patel on an update on Atala Prism. They even went through a live demo, so let's go ahead and take a look at that.
So you can see in front of me, we have a couple of applications that we're currently working on. And the right-hand side is the Atala Prism mobile app. This is available in both Android and iOS. And this is used for people to receive, store and share credentials securely and privately. So now let's create some credentials. So I'll just go down to credentials. So in this case, I've gone to the ceremony. I've got my paper-based degree and I now want to be issued it digitally to the Atala Prism mobile app. Okay, so now you can see those credentials are being successfully created. It's now appearing in the credentials listing. We have both credentials issued and we can also receive credentials. So that's been successfully sent from the management console. And let's see that notification come in on the mobile app. And there's come in now. So I've got a new credential educational degree from the Free University and received at this timestamp. So let's view that in the mobile app. I can see the HTML rendering of it. And it's going to be exactly like credential in the management console. Let's view those side by side. So there they are, both the same.
Well, digital identity is really the gateway to a connected world. So Atala Prism will allow users to really interact with the world around them. They'll be able to seamlessly access public and private services, or from their mobile phone, or from the Atala Prism wallet. And really, the user experience that we're looking to deliver is, get away from passwords. You have a complete passwordless experience. You no longer need to fill out forms. If we try to reimagine the web, the kind of experience we want to deliver would be something similar to the Amazon one-click experience, where users anywhere on the web can sign in with one click and check out with one click.
Atala Prism is one of the key pieces in the puzzle to bringing identity and banking the unbanked. Next, we saw an update from IOHK's Jerry Fragiscatos and Colin Edwards on the commercial vision and illuminating the entire cryptocurrency market. What we saw was that they put together a presentation and they talked about some things in regards to economics and how that ties into the current cryptocurrency market. Taking a look at their presentation, they highlighted some key topics in regards to supply and demand. We saw the stock to flow model and how that relates to the price of Bitcoin. And then they even went ahead and addressed the question of whether this 2021 price spike in cryptocurrencies is sustainable. Based on some of the key topics that they highlighted, we're seeing a huge influx of the amount of capital that is being created by the traditional monetary system with the United States Treasury and the Federal Reserve. And they're looking at things such as cryptocurrency and bringing utility with all the features that will be implemented onto blockchain. As far as identity, voting, we're talking about things with SingularityNet and automated intelligence. So seeing the trends with technology According to them in their research, they are saying that this 2021 rise in interest for cryptocurrency is definitely being supported by the price, and it is currently sustainable. So very interesting to hear those thoughts, especially with the amount of interest that is happening right now. Actually, just today, we saw world's richest man, billionaire Elon Musk, is now invested into Bitcoin. So I completely agree with the thesis that they have that this price rise is sustainable. I do think that cryptocurrency has a very bright future ahead of it. One of the Cardano Foundation's newest members is Chief Growth Officer Eva Obelhoser. So we got to hear from her and their mission over at the Cardano Foundation.
Eva, hi, welcome back to the show. Of course, we all met you before the holiday period. You recently joined the Cardano Foundation. You've been in the role as Chief Growth Officer for about 3 months now. Had time to acclimatize and understand the landscape a little bit better. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about the work you've been doing, particularly around the CF's mission.
Well, we are in the midst of a truly transformative time for the Cardano protocol and therefore for the entire ecosystem and CF. Introducing smart contracts and dApps will actually mean that we open up our blockchain, the Cardano blockchain, for business to the world. So our goal as CF is to make this transformation, first of all, make it happen, and secondly, as seamless as possible, which means that the foundation itself needs to stay flexible and constantly evolve over our roadmap and along with the community.
Exciting to see how the Cardano Foundation's mission is going to align with the community to help bring about overall growth and adoption for Cardano. And lastly, a familiar face. We got a chance to see David from David Likes Crypto. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can expect from David.
Yeah, it was really interesting and it kind of happened really fast. So I got into crypto not until it was 2020. So I got in just last year and I was like, okay, I got to start looking into this stuff. There's something behind this. And so I went down this wormhole of Bitcoin, kind of jumping into the other altcoins. And then as soon as I found Cardano, I started looking into it and it stood out like nothing else, and so much so that I just started wanting to make videos talking about it. It was all I could think about. I was like, oh man, this project is so like people aren't even looking at it yet. There's so much potential behind it, and so that's what really got me into the whole Cardano ecosystem.
Maybe we don't want to probably probe too deeply, but can you give us a little bit of an indication? Give the community a communication. What sort of thing can we expect to see coming up?
So there's going to be lots of content coming up, and it's going to be explaining really just the basic and then also the deeper side of Cardano. So we're going to kind of talk about crypto, we're going to talk about Cardano, and we're really going to be looking at explaining things for the new users that are coming on board.
So until next time, thank you very much.
So a jam-packed product update video. A big thank you to everyone who contributed to this update. Really did find a lot of value from this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this recap. If you're interested in watching any of the segments of this recap video, I will be sure to leave a link to the full video from IOHK down in the description below, and you can actually check out the timestamps if you wanted to focus on a specific topic. All right, everyone, that is what I have for you all here in this video today. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to drop a like for me. And if you want to stay up to date with Cardano content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.